heavy shower since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the
set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Paris Campbell now on the return.
And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd and 10.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
There he goes, right side. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. He'll drop to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's complete. Albert Okuebu now.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. And he missed it. Gonzalez has pushed it to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, You know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Gonzalez's kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out, got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll run with Gibson. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for the Colts touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts on just 2 plays have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Washington on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. This one left side caught by Gibson. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Back to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. Room here to run. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Khalif Raymond now. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT, and this will remain a 5-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Colts strike quickly here for 6 points. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Raymond now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
Open man right side, Myers.
That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken around the 12. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wentz. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Well, going deep here for Taylor.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's going to try and go deep again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he goes out right around the 39. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Under pressure, and down he goes. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Raymond now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And, Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight.
Touchdown, Colts! That's caught. Jonathan Taylor. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Raymond now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Calvin Ridley. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Raymond now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll drop the throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Raymond now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be taken down inside Indy's 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz going to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask for... And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. On play action, Wentz looking for Campbell downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
It's our time. It's our time.
Back to throw here. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. On play action, it's Wentz. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Colts on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent gain, 35 yards. Wins to throw again. He's going to look deep down the field. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now back to throw. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down. They'll set up a throw, sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Well, that field goal block pretty much sums up the day for them, doesn't it?
Boy, it really does. What's the word we often use? Symptomatic. It's just been a sign of how this one's gone.
Give a lot of credit to the guys who got in and blocked the kick. They've had the advantage all game, and they continue to press it.
Now a play fake. Wentz rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Looked like it might have been intercepted, but he's out of bounds. And a good thing, too, probably. That would have cost him yardage. And now they'll get the ball back on the turnover on downs. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. downs. So this is just an incompletion here. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Taking a shot for Samuel.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
I got you. Let's go, let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. Wentz now on 1st down.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On 2nd and 10. Wentz airing it out, looking for Ridley.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Play action. Now Wentz.
Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Man open left side is Brown. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They fake the handoff, now Locke. And that will be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the 4th quarter now. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Campbell making the catch. And some room to maneuver. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards to gain there on the catch and run. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Kenneth Murray, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Steps away. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They'll roll him out right. Looking for Campbell downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And the pass falls incomplete. So 5 seconds remaining now in this first half.
Hey, watch 85. Watch 85. Single, single. Deuce, 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 deuce. Check 30.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter.